Welcome everyone to Discover This. So I'm sure you've heard of the Kardashians and the Jenners. If you haven't, I don't know where you've been. But have you ever heard of the Gabors? The mother, Jolie, and the daughters, Jaja, Eva, and Magda? Well, today we're going to learn about the Gabors and their life in Palm Springs. And we're going to compare them to the Kardashians. And I think you're going to be a little enlightened. So let's go check it out. So in the 1930s, Jolie Gabor had her jewelry store in Budapest. And then when the Germans occupied Hungary, her and her family fled to Portugal. And then in 1945, she ended up in New York. And 1946, she opened up her jewelry store in New York. And then she eventually opened up one here in Palm Springs. And it was right here at 219 South Palm Canyon. And it was this building straight ahead in the back. And her daughter, Magda, worked here with her. And it's right across the street from one of the best Mexican food places you can eat at in this whole valley. And this is the house that Jolie Gabor lived in for 39 years. 17 Cahuilla Hills Drive. Now, in 1978, Eva lived here at 1509 Manzanita with her then husband, corner of Manzanita and Palomino, close. Now, Eva Gabor had her own interior design business, and it was right here at 190 East Palm Canyon. And the person who would greet you was an employee of hers by the name of Bill Hamilton, the brother of George Hamilton, he of the Perpetual Tan. But this is where Eva Gabor's interior design business was. Also during 1978, Eva and her then husband also lived here at Morningside Country Club in Rancho Mirage. So between the Manzanita house and Morningside Country Club, that was her 1978. Now she also utilized the home of Howard Hughes on Rimrock off and on throughout the years. And she was also the date, the beard for Merv Griffin when he would need a date for the various galas and functions he would go to. So he had a big estate out here also in La Quinta. So this is 1090 West Cielo Drive, and this was the home of Magda Gabor from 1964 until she died in 1977. Now, she very much loved the color red, and the interior was decked out all in red. Now, she suffered a stroke in 1966 that impaired her physically and verbally, but she managed to continue her life using her left arm and hand. She would throw many parties here. Very much part of the social scene in Palm Springs. And quite a view. So this is 595 West Chino Canyon, and Zsa rented this place sometime between 1968 and 1988. She had been 3 different husbands during that time period, and she would split her time between Beverly Hills and Palm Springs. And the Kardashians are all about La Quinta. They live in a gated community down that road there. Not letting me in there. But that's where the Kardashian Jenner people live. A lot of other celebrities and sports figures and whatnot. Now, if they would walk out of their gate there, where that van's going, and they would walk across the street here and straight up there about 150 yards or so, they'd walk right into the Coachella Festival or Stagecoach, whichever one. So let's do some comparisons. So you know the Gabors were very much part of the social scene, attending these galas and functions, whether it be at the Riviera, which is now Margaritaville, or at their own homes. You know, Magda threw lots of parties at her house that we went and saw. But very much part of the social scene. So the Gabors had their jewelry business, and Eva also had a very successful wig business, mail order wig business, very successful. And as you know, the Kardashians and the Jenners have their clothing line and also makeup. There's a punk rock band called the Zsa Gabors, and Kim wore this jacket to make herself look punk, and Courtney actually married a punk rocker. Jolie Gabor wrote a book about her life and Kris Jenner wrote a book about her life. The Gabors were on magazine covers, and of course the Kardashians are all over magazine covers. Zsa Zsa married a fake Bel Air prince, and Kim married, well, in 2013 he referred to himself as God. Zsa Zsa was arrested for slapping a Beverly Hills police officer, driving with an open container of alcohol, and having an invalid driver's license. Khloe was arrested for DUI. The Gabors ate at all the right places. They were always seen at the right places, all the right restaurants. The Kardashians, they seem to like hot dog on a stick. Here's Courtney dressed as a hot dog on a stick worker. And when Kim was dating Pete Davidson, they came out to La Quinta for his birthday weekend, and they came here to the Palm Desert Mall and got hot dog on a stick for his birthday lunch. Now they kind of cooled their heels in the parking lot while their order was brought out to them, but they were here. Order for Kardashian Davidson. Kardashian Davidson. Bueller. Bueller. In 1947, Zsa Zsa was robbed of $750,000 in jewels from her New York penthouse. And in 2016, Kim was robbed of $10 million in jewels from her Paris hotel room. The Gabors all had homes in Palm Springs, and the Kardashians and Jenners have homes in La Quinta. So between Mom Jolie and daughters Eva, Magda, and Zsa Zsa, the Gabors had 22 marriages. The Kardashians and Jenners so far have 7. Well, do you count Bruce and Caitlyn as 2? I don't know. So you be the judge in all these comparisons. Seem to follow a similar trajectory, if you ask me. So we're here at Desert Memorial Park, and this is actually in Cathedral City, but this is where Jolie and Magda Gabor are laid to rest. And Jolie and Magda Gabor are laid to rest right here. Mother and daughter. So that's it for today's little story on the Gabors and the Kardashians. I thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and we will catch you next time on Discover This.